Matt from JawLogic, and today we're going to go over the system walkthrough. So, to begin, we have the first task we're going to talk about is creating a new patient. To begin, we're going to hover over the Patient tab and walk up to New Patient. And from here, we can enter basic information about the patient, name, age, gender. So we'll go ahead and do that. We got Johnny Tsunami, he's 8. Go ahead and move forward with Submit. And from here, we can go to Camera and do a new model. So to start, we have Johnny Tsunami selected here, and we need to be sure we collect the correct mouthpiece before beginning. Johnny is a child, so make sure you put the right small child mouthpiece in. And then just click Begin Scan. After a few moments, 60 seconds or so, the scanning will be in progress, and the scan will be complete. You go ahead and click forward, and we go down to Model, and we can look at the preview to see how the scan came out. On the left side of the screen, you'll see the new captures available, and we'll see Johnny Tsunami here, and we'll select, and we'll see the mouth is 3D modeled here, and you can make the choice to approve or deny. In this case, we're going to go ahead and say deny, and just show you how it takes you back to the new model scan. Make sure you replace the mouthpiece, and try a new scan again. So press begin, same process, wait a few seconds, scan will complete, move forward, and be able to go back to model and view the preview, select Johnny Tsunami, and we'll get the newest image from Johnny. This time we'll approve it, move on. You'll see the model has been saved under the patient's name and the date it was taken, and it's ready to port to VR. Awesome. So our next task we're going to talk about here is using an existing patient, and we're going to select our existing patient by just typing in his name here, Mr. Jenkins, and submitting. This is just going to load him up into our system. And the task we're going to talk about is the guided view. Now, Mr. Jenkins has the option to go into guided view here, and we can see that the patient's going to be looking at their mouth. And the option we have available here is a normal display as well as an extra zoom mode, as well as a free view. So we're going to talk about the extra zoom mode here. You're going to go ahead and click. What it does is it zooms in on the area, so if a patient's hard at seeing, can't quite see well, this allows them to be able to see closer at their teeth. And we can flawlessly move back and forth for the user experience. So, and we'll head back over here for a third task here, and this one's going to be over in the VR workshop. So we're going to go ahead and click workshop, and what this brings you up to is the patient interface, and it's going to have a list of patients on the left here. And so we'll go ahead and grab Johnny Tsunami. And so from this menu, we have options for health, procedure, and accessory. So if we want to click health, we can see the general health report of Johnny's mouth. And as you can see here, Johnny has a cavity, a skewed tooth, and a loose tooth. So moving back, we can go ahead and look at, oh boy, we're having little issues here with our system. Workshop, Johnny Tsunami. Go back to procedure, we'll see what procedure is available, what the dentist recommends for it to be done. So we have remove cavity, straighten front teeth, fix the loose teeth. Right. Go ahead back, we can look at accessory. And accessory brings you up into different options that we can have for the user, which brings us nicely into our final task here. If we go into VR, go into Advanced Start, and it takes you right into the Launch Simulation, Treatment Plan, Accessory, and Health Procedures. Now this is a feature that will allow you to skip the sort of short steps that you need to do to get to this phase with each patient, but allow you to hop right in and launch a simulation of a patient, pick a treatment plan, do accessories, and health and procedures. So we're going to talk about using accessories today as our final option. And what you see here is specifically braces options. So we'll go ahead and click on braces, and we're able to search a database of braces to see how a mouth will look with certain braces. So we can go ahead and select Invisalign, go ahead and pick that, and then it's going to bring up a little screen about what Invisalign is, what it looks like, give a little information to the user, and then the user is allowed to load the module, so load the Invisalign module in and start the simulation of their mouth. And this is going to bring the user into the VR experience, and from here they're going to be able to look around and check out what their mouth would look like with the appliance in place. Yeah, and so that concludes the general overview of how to use JawLogic. Thanks for tuning in.